Hey everybody, whenever you're watching from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we're back in EU4 to continue the Butua Half-Campaign. Last time, we were just in the process of like finishing up the conquest of Madagascar and the Congo. So Congo is down to 3 provinces left and we have a truce with them until 1577. So we're gonna wait for that before we finish them off and feed the rest to Kalundwe. And then over in Madagascar, this one was a mistake. I ended up declaring on Imerina instead of Betsimisaraka, which meant that I was only able to annex 2 of the provinces and give them to Mahafali. But our truce with Betsimisaraka is going to end in 1573, so when that happens, we'll just come in and finish them off and give the rest to Mahafali by then. So there's going to be 2 of our expansions pretty much in our main region done. The problem now is where we have to go to next. So we have a few places we need to get to. Highest priority, of course, would be to continue on with our mission tree, which means taking the rest of our permanent claims. And we have permanent claims across the entire coast of the Horn of Africa. And that's going to put us into conflict with quite a few people. But more importantly, it puts us into conflict with Ethiopia, who's pretty big. They're not a great power, but they are pretty big. And that also puts us at war with the Mamluks, because they have some provinces here and they're allied to Adran. And the Mamluks are still a great power right now. They haven't declined completely yet. But that's the thing, like, they still have a massive army. They have 85,000 troops. They have 63k manpower. Ethiopia has 68,000 troops and 36,000 manpower in reserve. That's way more than mine. So this is going to be a bit tricky to get to. And then after we expand here, other places we want to expand to would be... if I'm gonna move my home node to the Cape, I'm gonna have to start expanding in the upstream nodes of the Cape. So we already have Zanzibar mostly. We just have to finish off Mombasa over here and some of Medjugorje stuff. Complete Zanzibar. But then Malacca and Coromandel are a bit of a problem because I need to figure out a way to get here. So that's gonna be a problem, and like it'll also be nice for us to have these regions in Victoria 3 as well, because there's a bunch of resources over here that we can get. So we'll work towards that. And then on the other side, we have to go to North Africa, since this is the closest place to us that has a lot of oil for Victoria 3. So we're gonna have to expand north, even if I initially wasn't planning to. The problem here on this side though is because the Danes and the French have arrived, they've been spreading technology over here, so these guys are actually more advanced than I am. So we kind of have to catch up to tech first before we try and get over here. Apart from the fact that we also have to like end up fighting the French, who are they only have 43,000 troops and 56,000 manpower in reserve, but that's also just because they're currently at war right now, because the War of the Protestant League is firing, or just fired, and they're fighting over it right now. Also, I didn't realize Bohemia was actually the emperor, and Austria is not the emperor, but they're the leader of the Protestant League, which is incredibly weird. They opted to swap to Protestantism, I guess. So yeah, like it's gonna be a while before I can expand north, but we're gonna look to do that at some point. In terms of our colonies, I've started colonizing these provinces over here to try and complete our states, so that you know, that stating the area isn't much of a waste. We're actually using all of the provinces in the state. Then I also have Calabar, and then we're finishing off the islands over here, the Mascarenes Islands. So once that one's done, I'm gonna state it, and then we can core it. Beyond that, I don't really know if I thought about like putting a colony over in the Andamans, because I already have whole Hawaii anyway, and that is part of the Coromandel trade node, so that gives us some trade power, I guess, but not much. But like the islands over here are like split between me, Vijayanagar, Majapahit, and Sunda. So yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do this. This side, I think I'm just gonna have to give up on the light ships. We're gonna go down to 3 light ships just to keep using the explorers that we're getting from my estate privilege. But once the colonist expires in 10 years, because I only have like 10 years left on this. Yeah, April 1575, so we have 10 years left for the colonist. Once the colonist is gone, I can't recruit free explorers anymore, so we're not going to be able to explore further. But I think by that point, we've explored most of the regions that are important to us anyway, so that's fine. But yeah, I wanted to keep the light ship so I could protect trade over here in this part, in this region, so that we can funnel more trade into the Cape. But I think at this point, I'm gonna have to delete a bunch of the light ships so we can actually have transports, because I need transports to move around my army if I'm gonna try and invade these guys over here. So that's the thing. But anyway, full screen. I think we're gonna start off with fabricating claims on Mombasa and also on Medribari. And I think what I'm gonna do here is, the Mamluks actually sort of like me for now, so we could ally the Mamluks temporarily just so I can declare war on Medribari, which is gonna call in Ethiopia, and then we're gonna call in the Mamluks to help us with that, so the Mamluks will fight the Ethiopians and keep their army away from us. And then while we're at that war, we're also going to declare on Mombasa and Adjuran. And because I'm going to do it that way, I think the Mamluks will not be able to defend. So, because they're going to be with me in another war, I think is how it's supposed to work. So we can basically just get around the Hugbox that's like happening over here, because they made a Hugbox around Ethiopia. But that should allow me to, excuse me, that should allow me to get to this area over here. So I'm gonna get started on making those claims. I'm gonna recall this, and then let's recall our other diplomats as well. And let's move down to 4 speed. I don't want to miss the day tick. Yeah. Okay, there's Mahe. So we should have got our colonists back soon. Hey, Steel. Is it possible to do no war shown to become a great power? Not in this run, but that's if you can bait other nations to attack you, I guess. Because like there's a limit to how big you can get without expanding yourself. But that's gonna involve like constantly developing your provinces. Your provinces are gonna be like really tall. It's possible, I think. It's just it'd be a very weird playthrough, I guess. If you're specifically trying to become a great power, right? Because like the way they check great power in this game is really just total development over your institutions. So like you would need, first of all, your starting position needs to be like large enough to have like a decent amount of starting development, and then you don't declare war. You spend all of your monarch power, aside from taking technology and ideas, you spend the rest of your monarch power just developing provinces until they're all like 50 dev or so. You have like 20, 30 provinces that are all like 50 dev or something. I guess that works. And then you could take exploration and expansion ideas and start colonizing. You don't have to declare war to colonize. You can just colonize all the empty stuff and form colonies that way. And that's like subject development is still gonna add to your development as well. But it's just half. It only counts for like half of your subject's development. So like over here, Spain has 904 development themselves, and then half of their subjects development is 397. So they have like 794 development across all their subjects. So it's definitely doable. It's just very difficult to do. So like it's much easier to do that kind of thing in Victoria 3, since the great power status in Victoria 3 is not measured by development. You don't have development. It's measured by other things that you can expand without actually declaring war. Right. So we're gonna get our colonist from Mahe back. And we're gonna send this guy. Let's see. I'm colonizing this. Can I colonize? So this one's 42 days. This one's 36, but we can't reach that. This one is 18 days. Oh, actually, this one is like much faster. So we're gonna colonize this. We're just gonna give this to Tumbuka. Because we actually have some... Well, obviously we have some claims here that we can take, but also like we could colonize some of the provinces here that are part of my subjects' states, so that we can actually connect our territories. And actually, let me check who's the Defender of the Faith right now. Oh, that's another thing too. The Mamluks are Defender of the Faith, so yeah, we need to ally the Mamluks and call them in when we declare on Medri Bari, so that the Mamluks will deal with the Ethiopia, and then we can declare on Mombasa and Ajuran without the Mamluks joining, because they're allied to me for that war, for the other war rather. Send this by network over to Mombasa so we can start fabricating claims on this area. And then we'll send the other diplomat to Medri Bari. And then we'll send the last diplomat over to the Mamluks to improve relations, so that hopefully we can get allied to them. Okay, so the colonist is here. I'm gonna recall and then send the colonist over to Calabar to speed up that colony over there. I really wanted Death Parade. It was quite good. Death Parade is the crap. Which one is Death Parade again? I know I watched something that sounds like Death Parade. I don't quite remember. Is that the one where like... That's the anime that was... that's sort of like a full season, but it's like related to Deathpool, right? Because Deathpool was, I think, was like a movie or an OVA where... there's like people who died and then they're playing like billiards or something in the afterlife before they decide who gets like reincarnated or something. I think that's the one. Yeah, let's take this now. And then we're gonna pour all of that. Ooh, that is expensive. It also puts me at the edge of my gov cap. Oh god, brimming states. No. Ah. We actually went over capacity by 7. You're kidding me. Can I exploit development somewhere? Mikey said something about it, but I don't know anything about it. Ah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that is the one. Can I already exploit Zimbabwe so we can lower the costs here? No. 1580 is the next exploit on that one. And I can't really exploit the other provinces either. Well, let's get started on downsizing that navy here. So I'm gonna leave 3 light ships just so we can keep exploring while we still have an explorer. And then we're gonna use all of our money to start making a bunch of transports. That way we can move our troops faster. Anything you watched recently? So I've actually been working through my backlog, but I finished Levatus, I finished Minogra. I caught up with Dr. Stone. That's really a lot, like from this season and like last season. Okay, built up to our naval force limit there. What's our combat with right now? Still 27, okay. And we already have the 3 artillery. So I guess I'm just gonna leave my army force limit open for a bit. Still can't make state houses, unfortunately. Our economy is looking... Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. My economy has spiked up. So our income is actually spiked enough that I think I can afford the 5th colony here. So I'm gonna recall the one in Calabar. We are gonna go and colonize another province here. This one... Okay, we can't send it here. We can send it to King. That's 43 days out. 42. Okay, we'll send it to Makonde. Just about it. We'll check one up. Cleveland is pretty cool. I'll take the mill power here, actually. Okay. Then with that colony up... Yep, okay, we can afford it. We actually can afford the 5th colony, even though it costs us 34 duck. Oh, okay. Nice. Then I'm gonna recall this, and then we can send this guy to Calabar again. There we go. Yeah, Clevaudus was pretty cool. Mauritius is stated, right? But yeah, that's one I just recently stated. So which one is the ones that not stated? Actually, no, I think I have everything stated, right? No. Gulf of Guinea, Upper Zambezi. Oh, these ones I think are... Wait, I stated this? What the hell? Which one do I have not stated that I can build in? Or is it just the tax development is low enough that it's just not registering that much? It's just that low, huh? It's just that low. Okay. Interesting. I definitely need missionary strength if I'm gonna try and convert those. We'll just keep building more of these temples to build up our economy. And then okay, we have our claim on Medri Bari. Oh, it costs 71, right, because I have permanent claims all over them. Of course. Okay. Fair enough. How much do I need to ally these guys? We're at minus 42 already. Would it even be possible to get high enough? Okay, there's all our transports. Also, connecting our lands to our subjects is probably gonna make the their armies like act properly, since they haven't been helping with my wars, I think, because they don't want to cross the uncolonized terrain. Anyway, let's get our claim here. It's gonna be a while for that one. I did not mean to add the light ships there, but okay. Holy crap. 665 ducats. I think I'll take the admin though, I think. We need the admin to catch up. The technology. Speaking of catching up, we might need to save some money to upgrade our ships too. Because not all of our ships are updated to the latest model. Okay, we got some rebels over here. I'm gonna stop drilling so we can fight those. Zanzibar, Mzizma. Should spawn and kill us, since kill was the highest development here. So we'll move the troops over. Provoke these. How many transports did I end up building? 17? Okay. I don't like the transports to match my actual army size, but we're gonna need to build more naval force limit buildings to do that. Bring our army over to the border with Mombasa. And drill them again. And then... oh god, my... oh my god. Going even higher. I already stated the Cape, right? Yeah, this one's a bit expensive. I think we'll just exploit the tax on this one. It's a bit too much. Use the money to build more temples. And then, let's see, overall development. So Butua's tax nav there is pretty high. I don't really mind that since that's our capital right now. Capital doesn't really cost governing cost at all, so it's always just using the floor value. Okay, I can fabricate a claim here. Try fabricate a claim on all of Mombasa. Also, okay, our nobility is still at 48, so we can't seize land yet for free. Okay, Calabar is done. We can start exploring again, because that extends our colonial range. Okay, let's see. Where are the states here? This one's not connected. This one's not connected. This one is. So we can send to Kinga. I think that we also have a claim there as well. So that connects this entire territory. Okay, we have them at 110. Are they gonna ally us though? Minus 23. Okay. There goes the plan of like trying to ally them. How am I gonna do this, dude? But I don't want to have to fight Mamluks. That's way too many troops. I can't handle all of that at once. That's gonna drop too when my ruler dies, because the only reason that's so high is because we have 8 Diplo rep. I might have to attack Medribari myself once and then attack them again later. Call in the map, or yeah, attack Medribari once myself just so I can just so I can get closer to the Mamluks, and then that should lower the distance across borders, and then we can ally them, I guess. If we lower the distance between borders, we might be able to royal marry them and then we can ally them after, I think. Okay, let's recall you, and then we're sending the colonists over to Ngindo. Send this one back to Betsama Saraka. So we can build up a spy network again over there. Okay, we can take our admin tech now. That gives us our textile manufactories, and then... Okay, we can embrace the printing press. I'm gonna... Should I just sell land? No, selling land's not enough, because this one's like 18... Yeah, it's 18,000. Or 1,800 rather. Not 18,000, that's 18,000 is a bit much. We're gonna take burger loans. And then that way I can embrace the institution here. Oh, it's not enough. I have to sell titles and do that. Okay. Sell titles and then seize land. And then we can embrace the institution. And then I can repay some of the loans. Or one of the loans. And then we can just hold off on building more infrastructure until we can pay off those loans. We can remove the advancement edict. And then... we'll hold off on this. Now we can take Diplotech. Stop losing innovativeness. And I think we still have... Yeah, we still have... Oh, we don't have unbalanced research anymore. Okay. Works. We just need to catch up. We need to catch up to admin so we can get our gov cap increase, and that should get us out of brimming state. And then it also lets us build state houses so we can start building state houses on all of those provinces I developed to lower the gov costs a bit further. Oh man. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I became a great power again? What the because I embraced the institution that brought me above Poland. Incredible, okay. Turn over yourself in the great power. Thanks to that. Cool. And I think this is... Yep, this is the end of the War of the Protestant League. So... Oh, Bohemia lost. The HRE is now Protestant. Okay. Interesting. So, Austria should be the emperor? I think. Or... No, someone else is the emperor. What the hell? Is it because they're not an elector? Well, whatever. Whoever floats their boat, I guess. Something increased my... Ah, because we got great power again. Right. Because we got great power again. Okay, that helps. We can build more stuff. Okay. I'm actually gonna hold off on that for now, but I don't know if we can maintain great power. Though. I think we can annex... Yeah, we can annex Tumbuka. How much development did I release Tumbuka with? Tumbuka has 55 development. So assuming... And they surely did not increase the governing cost of any of those, so... That should put us at 712. Yeah, okay, we can re-annex Tumbuka now. Let me recall... Let me recall the one in Betsamisaraka, and then we can re-annex Tumbuka here. I'm gonna have to give out the integration policy again though. That does slow down our Diplo Monarch power generation. Or actually, no, it puts us in a deficit, but since we caught up the Diplotech, it's fine. Okay, we can take Miltech cost decrease for mercenary ideas. So we should be able to catch up to Miltech as well. Okay, my subjects have a lot of revolts going on. What the hell? Did they seize land but they're not fighting the freaking bro? What are you guys doing, man? Defend yourself, dude. What the? Tell me how you're gonna ask me to handle your revolts for you. And these subjects have not been very useful this game, I have to say. Okay, I can fabricate a claim on Malindi. And then we'll fabricate a claim on Lamu as well, so we can full annex Mombasa. And the only issue is just gonna be like how we're gonna try and ally the Mamluks. I think we can also recruit. Okay, as I pay my loans, I'm gonna try and recruit mercenaries to fill my force limit. We have another general. Okay, we have a spare general. Doesn't have a siege pip though. And I think we can fabricate a claim on Pate. Okay, nice. We have all our claims on Medribari now. Question is, can I handle Ethiopia? Oh my god, the Mamluks army is just getting bigger and bigger. They have 101,000 troops. Dog, how the fuck am I gonna fight that? Ah! What the? Actually, no, let's just keep drilling, and then I'm gonna recall this for now. Send it back to Metsuma Soraka. Ooh, 90 on the loan? That's pretty expensive, actually. That's fine. And okay, nice. We got admin 11. So that increases our gov cap so we can fit more stuff in. And also we can start building state houses once I have the money. Or once we don't have to pay for loans, rather. France is building a spy network in me? Oh god, oh no. Oh no, do they have a claim anywhere? They might be... I think they might try and make a claim for Alabar. Oops. As much as I want to spend my Diplo to culture convert this while I can. Because we're not going to accept the culture at all. They want to colonize you? Probably. Because they have Benin. They might try and go for me. If they're putting a spy network in me, that is. Okay, next to Butua. They have Cav. Why did they make Cav? Okay, I'm gonna delete this. Didn't really need Cav. It's more cost efficient for us to just have infantry. And then... Right, the buildings that they had. I'm not sure if this is like... I don't think they lost the development that I put in when I built those buildings. But just to be safe... Just to be safe, I am gonna just delete the buildings and then rebuild them. I have the money to do that anyway. Or I guess we could just save. I'm just gonna save first. We'll test it out. I'll save here. And then if I delete this building, does it lose... Oh, it even tells me, okay, I lose the base tax. Yeah, so these are the ones that I built before re-releasing them. Yeah. Doesn't seem like they built anything else themselves. Probably because like they didn't need to. Okay. That's fine. I can just state this now. Or state them again. Okay. And re-annexing them kind of increased my development slightly. And then I guess I should just put a spy network over here too. Could I ally Ajaran and then attack Medri Bari and have Ajaran deal with Ethiopia? Could I do that instead? It's gonna be a temporary alliance because we're gonna attack them next. Then the problem with doing that is like I can't attack Mombasa that way because that doesn't bring the Mamluks in to my side. Unless I attack Medri Bari twice. So the first time I attack Medri Bari, I'm gonna call in Ajaran so I can ally them. And attack Medri Bari that way. They can help deal with the Ethiopians. I just don't give them anything. And then I take the land from Medri Bari to get close to the Mamluks to reduce the distance from border penalty here. And then we get a royal marriage with the Mamluks and try and ally them. And then attack Medri Bari again, but this time we bring in the Mamluks to deal with Ethiopia. And then while we're in that war, we attack Mombasa, which does not allow the Mamluks from joining their side because they're already allied with me on another war. I think that is the play. Okay, that's okay, we're gonna improve relations with Ajaran so we can... Or actually, do I even need to improve relations? Can I just royal marry them and then ally them that way? I think I should be able to. Is that enough? Oh, I do still have to actually improve relations. Or I could also just expand my army. I think once they see the army strength, it should just adjust for it. Also, make sure to lower the autonomy here. Okay, we're behind on technology again. Crap. We really need to catch up before we do anything else. Okay, Mombasa diplomatically insulted me. That's fine. They're upgrading their fort to level 4, bruh. Bruh. You also don't trust me, huh? Okay, just improve relations just a bit so we can ally them. And they should be able to fabricate on Lamu. Yep, there we go. So that's all of our claims on Mombasa. Recall this guy, we can start building a spy network in Congo again. What is their spy network right now? About 20. Do they already have a claim? No, they do not. Actually, instead of doing that, let's put counter-espionage on France so they don't... That way they can't fabricate on me. Okay. We reached the most of what we can explore for now. Our colonist expires in like 5 years. Okay. There's Guido. Yeah, we're probably not gonna make it in time for the Andamans. And like honestly, I don't want to have to manage an island over here. It's worthless. I think we just complete the states here first. So that's King. So if I was 36 days, this one's 27. And then recall so that we can send it to Wayao to speed that up. Okay, gain 3 innovativeness, lose 671 ducats. Okay, that's not cool. We'll take the stability here. And okay, nice. That gives me the Wandering Shamans. I've been waiting for that for so long. So we finally have the missionary strength to actually convert our provinces faster. And then we have rebels in Sakalava over in the Comoros. And I might as well bring my troops over to Madagascar since we're gonna declare on them soon. Okay, let's provoke. Okay, our 543 ruler is on the throne, so that should help with catching up. But his heir sucks. 122. Okay, we're gonna disinherit this guy as soon as we can. Yeah, I'm gonna take the negative prestige. That's fine. I don't want that guy to be my heir. He's so bad. What the hell? Let's take Mari for discipline. That does lower our Diplo rep though. We're down to 6.38. And okay, 334 is like more acceptable. I'll take that. That is so 122 air. Freaking I'm not gonna get anything done. I think we have to, yeah, we have to like royal marry these guys. I'll just wait for the relations to build up first. But yeah, now that we have some missionary strength, these conversions are going by faster. Let's pay off another loan. We'll take the monthly autonomy change here. Ming's back on the board. Freaking 758 development. Or 1139. They've caught up to like the other institutions, it seems like. Okay, I don't want to lose base tax. It's not nice. And then, when can I exploit over here again? 1580? Okay, we'll lose the army tradition, that's fine. I don't want to increase the cost of technology. It's never good. We have 2 loans left before we can start building infrastructure again. And then our truce with Mahafali is on the next year. I sort of have an idea of what Europe looks like now. Lithuania... Oh, Lithuania did not break free from Poland. Okay. Let's take this. War taxes cost minus 50%. Mercenary leader army tradition modifier. Cool. Oh, and Diplotech as well. Okay, we're not gonna lose innovativeness anymore. No! This gained stability and then lost stability again. And that sucks. Okay, Wayao is done. I'm not gonna seize land because our nobility is still pissed. So, in terms of our states... Actually, I should just check here. So we're missing this one, and then... I think, yeah, that's it. Now we can start working on trying to connect our territory with our subjects. So send this here. And then as soon as the colonists arrives, we're gonna recall them so we can send them to Lala. Also, record this. And actually, since we're colonizing over in our region again, I'm actually gonna re-enable repression. We can get some more speed on that. More global settler increase. It's much faster. I'm gonna have to go back to the mainland to deal with these though. Some more rebels, just so we don't have to deal with them later during the war. Hey Langweni, hello, welcome to stream. Development 16, 12, 13, 8, 10, 5. Okay, so definitely in Mangoche. Bring the army over here so we can deal with the rebels in Ngoche real quick. Okay, we've improved with Ajuran. Will they ally us without royal marriage? No, no. We don't have to royal marry them. But that should... Yep. Okay, so we can ally them now. So we can ally Ajuran. And then when we attack Medribari, we can call Ajuran in. Was it December 17? I think it was December 17. Yep. Okay, we can ally them now. Provoke these guys. So now, when we attack Medribari, we can call in Ajuran to help us deal with Ethiopia. Then we can take the coast of Medribari and walk our way to the Mamluks so that we can have a border with them. We're gonna try and get to at least Bosaso, and that should reduce the distance penalty, so we can potentially Royal Marry the Mamluks and then ally them, and then we attack Medribari again, but this time we call the Mamluks to deal with the Ethiopians, and then we declare war on Mombasa while we're at war with Medribari while allied to the Mamluks so that the Mamluks don't defend Mombasa in Ajuran. Okay. Nah. It's complicated. Working around the freaking Hugbox that they did around Ethiopia. But before that, we're gonna have to deal, or we're gonna have to finish off the Congo and Betsa Misaraka first. Also, it doesn't look like... No! France allied Congo? You're kidding me. France allied Congo? Assholes! No! Raids on Ottomans crush the Mamluks? I don't know if the Ottomans will ever do that though, is the thing. They kind of have like... the Ottomans, the Timurids, and the Mamluks are all like keeping each other in check, so I don't know if the Mamluks even plan to attack, or the Ottomans plan to attack the Mamluks anytime soon. Is the thing. Like... Because they've had... Like, they've had these claims for so long, they haven't moved at all. They haven't made the move at all. Ever. So I don't know when the hell that's gonna happen, and I don't want to have to wait for that. I thought about allying the Timurids, but they're like way too far from me. Ah, crap, I forgot. I forgot to hire mercs first. Shit. Am I gonna make it? I forgot to hire mercs first. When I raised the native policy, or changed the native policy again. Right. Are they ever going to arrive? Okay, they're gonna arrive on April, so they're gonna have some morale for that. Not worth. Yeah. Okay. There you go. There's truce with... Okay, it's in October. No, I don't wanna attack the natives because I wanna keep the what little goods produced bonus I get from it. It's fine. Because we're gonna leave the mercs here anyway. Because I need them for my force limit modifier as well. To sort of bolster my army. while we don't have enough force limit to get to a second army stack with combat with yet anyway. Also, I guess I should start making more transports too. We're gonna go ahead and queue some more. Oh right, I forgot. I was saving money because I was paying off loans. Yeah, we'll do that later. That was also the reason why I didn't hire mercenaries right away. Let's turn this one. And then... did I... Yeah, okay, I did put the colonists back there. Okay, finally caught up to admin, sorta. Sort of caught up to admin. We still have like one more level. I still have to, yeah, we still have to, no, actually, I think it's time we swap to mill. Yeah, we'll swap to mill now. We'll swap to mill so that we can catch up to mill tech and also so we can fill up our mercenary ideas. I think we've caught up enough for admin. That's fine. And then we'll declare on Betsima Saraka once my diplomat's back and the truce is over. We'll take the population there because our colonist is gonna expire in 2 years. Okay, make the admin power back. And then October, we're gonna declare war on Betsima Saraka right away. These ideas, that's interesting. I mean, I went influence because I had to use vassals to expand so that we're not suffering from the penalty from responsible blobbing. And then I went infrastructure to lower the governing cost so that we're not suffering too much from responsible blobbing as well again. This is gonna be our last free explorer, I think, so I'm just gonna take this. Hopefully it was a good explorer. Well, can serve as an admiral later, I guess, but we don't even have a navy. You know, the GovCap privileges, I gave it for the clergy, but as much as possible, I don't want to give those out because I need the space for the other privileges. Yeah. And like at some point, I'm gonna have to revoke them anyway because we're gonna try for court and country when the Age of Absolutism starts. So I've been instead going for just reducing the governing cost of the provinces with courthouses, and now that we have access to state houses, I can build those as well to lower the governing cost and bring our provinces down. But anyway, let's go ahead and finally annex these guys. Did you lose your... No, they lost their claims, bro. Are you serious? Your claims expired. That's how long it took? Yeah, there was definitely a mistake declaring on Imerina. I should have declared on Betsima Saraka because my subject lost their claims now. Crap. Well. I guess it doesn't matter which one I declare for. And then we'll set up the... I guess I can set up my diplomat for... subjects. Yeah, we set up that for subjects while we're in this war. Then we should be able to wipe these guys out, I think. Oh, crap. God damn it. I did not notice there were natives over here on this side. I guess I should keep the army over in Gonda so that we can deal with any natives that rise up. I'm not paying too much attention to that. Should have. Okay, we can get a stopway here. Right, sorry, fast enough, I think. Yeah, I don't have I have to hire another general. Okay, let's see if our ruler gets no, not enough maneuver pits. But yeah, I think if I position them in Gonde, we should be able to respond to any native uprisings that show up. I just have to like pay attention and immediately move the army as soon as the rebels or the natives show up. Okay, there's a stack wipe. Actually, hold on. Let's do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then why is there a 0k stack here? What? Okay, hopefully we just don't get an attrition tick while they're headed to the provinces. Duh, as I said it, we just get a freaking attrition tick. You're kidding me, bro. Ah. Okay. I'm just gonna grab one. Yeah, so as long as the merc stack is in Gonde, I think we should be able to respond to all of these. But looking at the situation, yeah, we're not gonna be able to connect our territory with our subjects, unfortunately. Our colonist is gonna be gone by then. But that's fine. We made good progress with the one colonist. I was able to take like all of this stuff, so, and plus some islands, so not that bad. Okay. Bring these over here. Speed this up by moving the other stacks over to the... Of course, you attrition tick there as well. Do you guys have defensive ideas? They do. Okay, no wonder. That explains... that explains the freaking attrition. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to leave these over here then. Just so they actually complete the siege. I'm losing money, yeah, because of probably just army maintenance for reinforcement. Expect to get more saves time. I try to like keep it just at like 1, but it's usually only when there's defensive ideas that I have to do 2 because of the additional attrition bonus they get. And we'll just let our subjects siege the last province there. The problem here is like my subject lost their claims over the rest of the island, so I'm gonna have to pay Diplo if I'm gonna give all of this land to them, which sucks. I guess it's not too bad since we've caught up to Diplo tech. It's not a big deal. right, that's another thing that lowered my prosperity too. Thanks for the follow, Langweni. Okay, it's like the 10 AV tradition there. I think if I lower, yeah, if I just lower inflation, I don't want to spend it though because I'm trying to save it for this. Well, we can't get out of the island because their navy is like over here. We're just gonna keep drilling for now. I can't do anything about that. And for our age ability, we'll take mercenary discipline. I'm gonna use some mercenaries a lot anyway. Conquer France. I mean, France is rival to me anyway, so I'll take the innovativeness, that's fine. And there's our monopolies, so that we can reset our... or not reset, but get our free mercantilism. We're up to 38. That's cool. We'll use the monopoly to pay off one of our loans. So now we're just waiting on one last loan, then we can start building again. Some of these colonies are still going to be up. I think we can finish Lala before my colonist expires. So that means we should be over colony limit by... Or we're going to be down to 4 colonies. And then we're going to be over colony limit. So we should just be paying for... 34, I think. Actually, no, not 34, but... If it's 4... It's 4 over limit. Oh, it's just gonna lose 2 ducats, I think. So we'd be paying for like 69 ducats, I think. Probably. Or I might have done the math wrong, actually. I'm just not gonna think about it until it happens. Please tell me you make it there. Oh no. They're not gonna make it. No. Crap. Ah. The province is too wide. This one, this province in particular is like too wide. The troops can't make it. I don't know, man. Like, I thought it would be fine. But like, this guy needs like more maneuver pips. We need the general with more maneuver pips to make it happen. Ah, fuck. This one's gonna die, I think. I was saving for Miltech and Mill Ideas, but I'm gonna hope we get a maneuver pip now. Oh my god. None of them have maneuver pips, so you're kidding. You're kidding me, man. What? We're not getting any maneuver pips. Okay, well. This one's gonna die, I think. Yeah. Not gonna make it. So what I'm gonna do... resend that. That fine, but it does rewind the affair. Some of the more cards are called. I mean, it's your choice to attack the natives or not. I'm just choosing not to because I want to keep the goods produced bonus. And like, I could also just like swap back to native coexistence. Our colonist expired, I think. Yep, our colonist has expired. No, we can't complete the state anymore. Crap. Okay, well, that sucks. He didn't make it. No. No, that's fine. We'll just complete the state in Victoria 3, I guess. So actually... Oh, that means the global settler increase is... Yeah, it's not gonna get the plus 20. Oh, it still keeps the plus 20. Oh. So when you lose the colonists, it actually keeps your choice. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, my subject is really taking a while here. No, tell me this one doesn't make it either. Okay, no. They do make it. Nice. Lose one stab. I can afford to lose the navy tradition because like I'm not really using. I don't even have a navy really. I just have 3 light ships and like mostly transports. Okay, there we go. So I don't want to have to go back here. So even if it costs us some Diplo, I'm just gonna take all the land. The ones that my subject does have claims for, I will give to them. So we can save a bit of the Diplo, but like everything else we're just gonna take anyway. We'll annex all their money. And then I'm just gonna transfer this over to my subject because I don't want to deal with it. So here you go. Oops. There we go. Nice. Let's bring the troops back home. And then we can work on dealing with Congo. The issue here is how the hell am I gonna fight France? What's that gonna be your colony? Your primary culture? Does it? Some of the colonies I made, I didn't... So... Okay, hold on. All of these colonies over here I made, they didn't become... I didn't attack the natives here and they made my... They were my culture. So... I don't think that's necessarily the case. Like some of these... I didn't attack the natives on any of these and they became my culture anyway. Same with some of the... Well, actually, for some of the islands, these ones didn't have population to begin with. The native populations were just 0, so these ones will become my culture anyway. But for some of these, like, they had a culture, or they had like a population. Like the ones over here in South Africa had like 7k native population. I didn't attack the natives, they just became my culture anyway. So... Oh, actually, I think it's because... if you go with native coexistence or native trading, I think it keeps the culture. But for a lot of these provinces that I had over here, I was on native repression. So I think in that case, it does become my culture because of that. But when I started colonizing this one over here, this disconnected province, and then the rest over here, and then also over here, I had to swap over to native coexistence because I can't like actually put troops there. Because I'm not gonna plant troops over here to just guard this colony. It's gonna be a waste of my army's time. So I think in that case, because I had it on native coexistence, it kept the culture. So it's probably the policy that's influencing it. This one though, this one was a Siberian frontier because of the mission. So I think it's because it was a Siberian frontier, it kept the culture there. Although the one for Muscovy, when they form Russia, their Siberian frontier just turns it to Muscovite. So I don't know why that one would use their culture, but then this one would not. Unless... Unless there's like an additional condition when the Siberian frontier triggers, I don't know. It doesn't make complete sense to me. This is a button they press and for you it's a mission? I guess. Oh great, there's two of them now. Fuck. Okay, we're not gonna make it to this one for sure. So we'll just deal with this one over here. Yeah, you can't split mercs, so... I can bring these troops over here to just guard that. I guess. Okay. Is France attacking... Okay. France is attacking Oyo. Bonomania Tenga. Are the French troops over here at all? I don't think they are. Either way, I don't think the French could even transport all their troops over here anyway. Yeah, France has 18 transports. If they try and transport troops over... Do you have access? Oh, they're walking through here. Oh, that means they can just walk to me too. Fuck. France, I can't believe you allied Congo, you asshole. Why would you do this, man? Well, that's gonna delay me taking the Congo then. Unless they're willing to not join us. No, they will. Fuck. Okay, we can't finish off the Congo yet. Seems like. Unless I have to... How many troops do they even have right now? If they can just walk their troops, they have 43,000 troops right now. I have 42k. Actually, it might not be that bad actually. It's just a matter of technology then. So we can't declare until I catch up to Miltech. And we can get... We're gonna have to delay the mercenary ideas. Yeah, I have to take Miltech first, and then once we've caught up to Miltech, I can start taking Mil ideas again. In terms of army quality, they have more morale than me. And we have matching discipline. The morale is gonna be the difference. They have like so much more morale than me. So we definitely need to catch up to tech first. Split them like in important moments of harmonies. Yeah. You've already full siege con and make them break alliance in the peace deal and redeclare later? Just go for a very fast war? I guess that works, yeah. Actually, if I'm gonna do that, I could do that with Mombasa too. Declare war on Mombasa and then... Oh, but then the problem here is like the Mamluks are defender of the faith, so even if I break alliance, they're still gonna come in. So I really have to do the thing where I ally the Mamluks first. Oh, actually, wait, they're in a big war right now. They're fighting against Mara? That calls in the Timurids. So the Mamluks are fighting the Timurids right now, actually, so we might see the Mamluks and the Timurids sort of like beat each other up and then weaken each other. The Timurids are probably gonna win here, because they have 103,000 troops, unless they don't make it to Mara in time. Yeah, France won't be able to reach him, I guess. They will, because I'm looking, if you look at the mill access, France has mill access through Spain right now, so they're just walking... Oh, never mind. Thank you, Portugal. Holy crap. Okay, never mind. I thought they could walk. I didn't notice. Gibraltar is with Portugal, and that's where the crossing is. So even if they have mill access, the French actually have to take boats. Oh, thank you, Portugal. Okay. Okay, this might not be that bad, actually. So that explains why Benin is like fully sieged right now and like the French can't do anything. That's actually good. If Oyo manages to get Benin from France, I can attack Oyo for Benin myself and then I can expand into North Africa that way. Yeah, okay, that that works for me. Okay. we have a way to expand here. No one spoil your fun, but I think there are two coastal bridges in Gibraltar. I'm pretty sure it's only Gibraltar to Ceuta. You can't cross the other way, or like you can't cross from Gibraltar, or like you can't cross from Cadiz. Yeah, it's directly connected to Ceuta. If you zoom in as far as you can, it's actually just Gibraltar to Ceuta. So if you have Cadiz and Tangiers, you can't cross that way. You also can't cross from Cadiz to Ceuta, as far as I know. So that should be fine. Because like otherwise... Okay, hold on. Hold on, give me a moment. Where was I? Yeah, so like if you could cross from Cadiz to Tangiers, like the French would have been here already, right? They would have been here already and they would have been like unsieging this down already by this point. But actually let's check how long the war has been going on. Can you even check? Actually, can you check how long the war... No, you can't check how long the wars have been. God damn it. You can't check the year of the war. God damn it, okay. Never mind then. But yeah, like hopefully the Timurids beat the Mamluks up enough that they won't be so much of a threat, and then actually that might... Yeah, so if the Timurids beat the Mamluks up enough, the Ottomans might come in and take their stuff here, which would prevent them from joining, and then I can declare on Mombasa and Ajuran with no issue. And that also lets me go in on Medribari and Ethiopia. Now hopefully, by the time I reach here, the Mamluks should be weak enough that I can just take this no contest. At least that's the hope. Okay, we have like 50 on our loyalty for our estate, so I'm gonna go in and seize land there since it's free. Yeah, that's gonna damage our colony. That's unfortunate. Yeah, these colonies are gonna take a while to finish, I think. I should probably just leave... Do I have enough force limit? I think I have enough force limit to hire another group of mercs. And then hiring the mercs is gonna give us more force limit anyway, so that can fit them in. Probably. Though, I wish there was like a smaller merc company I could hire. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I don't have any smaller merc companies. I could also just hire like some regiments temporarily to deal with that. Yeah, it's like 4k, so I just need like 3k. Yeah, 3k is enough. So you can just hire my own troops and then just plant them there while my merc stack over here deals with the rest. I'm gonna once the three regiments are recruited here, I'm gonna send it to Lala, and then I'm going to go and take a save, and then we'll declare on Congo, and then we'll see if we'll see if I can actually take this without the French coming here to begin with. Because it doesn't seem like they're sending their troops over by ship either. I don't know what that's about. Okay, no, never mind. Never mind, they got access to Portugal now. They asked for it. No. I was hoping they would keep the no access, but now they got access to through Portugal now. Well, that sucks. Yeah, we'll go with the other plan of like doing a fast war and breaking their alliance and then declaring on them again later. That's probably the safer option. I'm attritioning in my own land here. Right, we can't... Yeah, so the infantry combat ability is like pointless for now. It's more valuable to just get tech. Okay. Army's there. Let's go ahead and help my subject deal with this rebel issue. Oh my god, I'm taking attrition in the freaking jungles. Why are they... That's another thing too, like why is my subject not dealing with their rebels? They have an 8k stack, bro. What are you doing? Okay, we can take more ideas. We can take Miltech here. I'm gonna go for the large cast iron cannon. And then once we get Miltech 14, we can start taking ideas again. And for our fourth idea group, what was I gonna take again? I don't remember. Expansion? Nah, I'm not. I didn't want to take... Like, that was part of the reason why I was going over colony limit by so much, trying to get all of this stuff early, is because I was really not planning on taking exploration ideas at all. Do I have a sticky note? Actually, hold on. Do I have a sticky note here? Oh, I made a sticky note for the companies we would take in Victoria 3, but I didn't make a sticky note for the freaking idea groups that I would take in EU4. Great. I was planning too far ahead. For mill ideas, we were definitely going to take quality or offensive and quality ideas for the other two mill ideas. Quarter quality. Yeah, I don't want to take quality right now because we are just taking mercenary ideas at the moment, so we can take quality ideas later. Because for my mill idea groups, I was definitely going to go mercenary ideas, offensive, and then quality ideas. For the other idea groups though... We could go for court? We could go for court. Maybe a bit late for but court is goated. Yeah, court is really good for estate management for sure. And it's also just for the bonus Diplo Monarch Power skill. Because what I was planning to do, now that our colonist has expired, that means our privileges... Actually, that's weird. Why do we still have grant New World charters and establish New World missions even though my colonist expired? I was expecting that these would be auto-revoked because I don't have my colonist anymore. But I guess not. I guess we can just keep them until I don't have any more colonies and then I can remove them. But what I was planning to do was once my colonist expired and once I have mercenary ideas completed, so I'm taking mercenary ideas so I can take elite mercenaries and get mercenary militarization ability, right? And then I would progress through our reforms. I would take retain tribal hierarchy for the gov cap, and then I was gonna flip to a horde. I was gonna flip to a horde to reset my estates basically, so we'd go back to just having the tribe. But then I would work through the rest of the reforms, and then during the Age of Absolutism, I would go for court and country, and then after we get court and country done, that's when I'll flip back to a monarchy, to a normal monarchy and not a tribe, so that we can get these estates back, and then I just give the privileges again. Check the policies you can get. Mercenary cost with mercenary ideas. Infrastructure gives us yearly corruption, max absolutism plus 10. Actually, that's pretty nice. I don't think we can get that many sources of like max effective absolutism though, so the plus 10 max absolutism just affords me like 2 extra privileges, I guess. With offensive, that's morale damage. With quality, that's yearly professionalism, and special unit force limit's not particularly important since we don't have a special unit. I'm definitely taking economic ideas down the line because of the we can stack gold, some gold depletion chance and just not have to worry about gold at all. And I guess our inflation's like not that bad anyway, but we can get our inflation even better with economic ideas. Also just free development from manufactories, so that means our manufactories are giving us like free development or something. because of the emission bonus for Butua. Also, the goods produced modifier is just really good for all of the gold mines as well. So we're definitely taking economic ideas at some point. I don't want to take religious ideas because that actually, if I remember correctly, if I take religious ideas, we're gonna be forced with state religion in Victoria 3, and I don't want that. I want to at least be on freedom of conscience and then move down to total separation. I usually don't take trade ideas because like I get my merchants from trade companies instead of trade ideas. It's just better that way, but I don't think we can get that many trade company provinces to begin with because of my mod setup with responsible blobbing and responsible warfare. It's a bit difficult. I could go Diplo ideas just for even more Diplo rep. So that we can try and get some more alliances that we can that are like harder to get. Gotta go, take care. Alright, thanks for dropping by, Linguini. Take care. Yeah, I guess court ideas would be the way to go here. Actually, do we have a lot of inland trade nodes? We have 3. Actually, we have 3 inland trade nodes right now. We have 3, potentially 4. If I'm gonna expand into North Africa anyway, that's gonna be a lot of inland trade nodes. Realistically though, it's just gonna be these 3. Is it worth getting caravan power for these 3? Doesn't seem like it. But the extra merchants are going to allow me to get more centers of trade to level 3. And what I'm planning to do with Coromandel and Malacca is to just have a subject hold on to this land rather than holding it directly, so maybe trade ideas are not so bad. Mm. Excuse me. Ugh. Eh. Hmm. Espionage idea is not that good either, I think, at this point. It would have been better earlier in the game. Envoy travel time, side network construction, or spy detection, port defense. Yeah, I think we just take court ideas. Okay. It's gonna make it easier to manage the estates, I guess. Denmark is no longer a valid rival for... Oh man, okay, who am I gonna... What kind of fucking... Why are these the choices? Why are my rival options the Timurids, the Mamluks, the Ottomans, and Spain? Bro. What the... Why? Man. Oh, my rival options are too big for me, dude. This is not cool, dude. What the fuck, man? Okay, well, it's a choice between the Timurids and the Ottomans. I think in this case, it might be better to just rival the Ottomans. I guess. Actually, who are they? Hungary, Austria, and the Mamluks rival them. And then they're rivaling the Timurids. We can rival the Ottomans, I guess. Of all the people we could rival, had to be the freaking Ottomans. But I think if with the Ottomans as my rival, we should get closer to allying the Mamluks. Sorta. Sort of. Minus 33. Okay, so we're gonna take a save here. We're gonna take a save here, and then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna try out a war against. Oops, I did not mean to exit game there. What I'm gonna try and do is we're gonna declare on Congo, and then, or at least we'll declare on Congo in like a few months, but we're gonna see if I can take this land without France messing with me. Oh, I see their ships over here. Uh-oh. I see their transports over here. That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, we'll declare war against Congo, so France is obviously gonna join, and then we'll see if I can manage to peace out Congo by taking their land without France arriving. But if France does arrive, then I think we'll just try and break alliance instead. Let's go ahead and issue an embargo over to the Ottomans. That way we get some power projection. How much development do they have right now? Mafali is 203, Colombia has 241, Burundi has 137. In terms of who I could annex next, it's probably gonna be Burundi. Okay, truce with Congo is done, so let's take a save. And let's see. So I'm gonna declare war. They still haven't dealt with this, so that's fine. We're gonna declare war on Congo right now, and then we'll see if we can full annex them without the French interfering. I'm not gonna barrage here. Costs us too much. Well, they might try and siege Calabar though. This one just requires... Okay, we get an artillery bonus of 3 there. So I'll leave the artillery. Yeah, I can leave the artillery here. And then we can just bring the troops over. Oh, nice. We got free stability. Oh, because we have this production efficiency guy. Nice. Cool. We got free stability from that comet event. I see 9 transports over here. French might be sending troops over. They have 5 heavy ships is the problem, so I don't think I can fight that. ended up having to take a loan. God damn it. Okay, we're gonna hold money until we can pay that off then. Here's we just try and full annex or full siege Pongo down before or as soon as possible so that we can get some war score ticking. And they feel less inclined to try and take this. Give this to Kolundwe. Protestant? What the? Why is there a Protestant province here? What the? Dude. Whatever. Okay. So they're full siege now. So we can just wait for war score to tick up then. And see if we can full annex them. I'm not gonna take money anymore because like we're so rich right now. So we just have to wait until the war score ticks up enough. That is a problem. They are blockading, which is preventing some of the war score. Oh, actually, that's another thing too. I could just attack Mombasa when the Mamluks are not willing anymore because they're gonna have war exhaustion with the Timurids. Right, that works too. Okay. We'll see how that goes for them. Let's take... Ooh, we can take discipline here. Nice. A lot of extra discipline is always nice. Go to army quality. So the French still has more morale than me, but I have 115% discipline now. We still lose zone tech though, which is not great. But we are catching up slowly. Slowly but surely. Pay this loan. They're just keeping the ships over here. Like, I don't know if they're even planning on dropping the troops. That's 9k troops. I think I might have to hire another merc company. If they can only drop 9k troops wherever. Yeah, okay. I'm willing to go over force limit here. Let's hire the... Oh, we actually have mercs that are higher tech than me. So we can go ahead and hire those. Let's hire the homie Amazons. Are you kidding me? I have to be recruited there? Fuck. That's not gonna be a good idea then. Never mind. Let's just hire our native merc company, the Butua Warriors, and then I'll bring them over to this side to deal with any landings. We're gonna go over a force limit by a lot, but considering we're up against another great power, that's fine. We'll make the money back later. You just have to make sure we prevent them from landing at all. Keep the troops basically guarding this coast. Trying to see where they end up trying to land troops. They just have like more combat ships than I do, and my ships are out of date too, so it's a bit tricky. Oh, they're gonna siege my subject? Are you serious? Okay, if they're gonna siege my subject, that's fine, actually. That's no problem, although... I guess we can try and trap their troops over on our subject's island. Okay, there's our colony done. We should get more money. Yep, we're getting more money now. Yeah, thank God for those gold mines. So even if I'm over colony limit by a lot, no problem. I can afford the stability hit here, so we're just gonna take that. And okay, looks like they're backing off. Let's see where you're gonna end up landing your troops then, France. Uh-oh. The French troops have walked. Okay, they're walking here now. You're walking here now, okay. Okay. If they're gonna walk here now, we might not be able to hold this. Oh no, Jollof has access here, I think. Also the French, no, the French... Yeah, the French did arrive. They took this from Oyo. Great. And Jollof is giving access. You're kidding me, dude. Why would you give access? Jollof's giving access to France. Well, yeah, we're gonna need to... We need to outnumber them significantly if I want a chance at winning this. I could hire another merc stack. Potentially. Okay, they're gonna leave the 9k to siege that down. We're gonna try and outmaneuver them over here. Oh, I think... Okay, they're gonna go for Mpemba. For my subject's fort. That's fine. My subject has not upgraded it though, is the problem. So they're probably gonna siege that down quickly. Okay. It's not worth catching this and then getting attacked back. So I think we have to go around. Because we need these guys over here to try and fight this. They have a lot of cav though, so this is gonna hurt me a lot. Okay, we just needed to buy time so that our the Butua warriors could make it. Okay, we can... They're gonna take the crossing penalty, but... They are not at full strength here. And we're gonna get some backup with my reinforcing armies. Get Tenga. Decline that. Decline that from Oyo too. So I think we win this. Yeah, we win this. We win this. We win this. We win this. Yes! We win this. Fuck you, France. We win this, and we actually got war score from that. Okay. So. We can try and push our luck here. Because we've caught their armies piecemeal, basically. So I think we can keep pushing on. And actually take this land. And basically annex France's subject, or ally here. Nice. We can stack wipe France! Oh my god. Oh my god, we can stack wipe them. Holy crap. Okay. They have 17k troops left. There's the 4k. Okay, there was the 4k that was in the ships. I don't know where that went. I did not see where their fleet went. They ended up not landing. But we can get a stack wipe on France here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah! Fuck you, France. We go stack wipe. Let's go. That, oh my god, that shot. Because of that, I shot their war exhaust or their war enthusiasm so badly. And they have revolts too. Oh, fuck you, France. We can possibly, oh actually, I can possibly get them to give me this stuff and we can release Benin. Oh boy. Oh boy. Things suddenly became really good. Okay, I see why they suddenly got stuck. Jollof was giving France access and that was what allowed France to walk through. But then they cancelled their access and so now they cancelled their access, so now their army got stuck. And then I was able to stack wipe them that way. I see. So they were stupid. Okay. I'm gonna ask for I'm gonna ask Jollof to give me access so that we can take Benin here. France, you idiot. This is my Benin now. Boy, the turnaround is actually insane. That's actually pretty damn good. Okay, what's going on here with the war? The Timurids are up against Vij as well. What the Timurids? What are you doing? Okay, that was yours gone. If I attack Mombasa, the Mamluks are still willing to join. Yeah, this war was not bad enough for the Mamluks to not join. Crap. Yes, we are gonna have to go with the Medri Bahri plan still. I think we can have the Butua warriors move over to this side to prepare for the attack against Medri Bahri. Because with France being stack wiped, yeah, they have 11k. I think they just hired mercenaries. Or not? They didn't hire mercenaries. They just have that. They just have 11k still, even after I stack wiped them. I just wiped 7k? Really? That didn't feel like I just wiped 7k. I feel like I should have wiped more than that. What the hell? Well, either way, I guess it's too risky. I think we should just keep the troops here still. Man, that turned around really fast. Suddenly, we're in a good position here. Crap, okay. We're gonna have to send mercs to deal with the rebels over here. They're gonna get cores too. That sucks. Okay. Well. Let's go ahead, barrage this. Artillery bonus is at 4 artillery, so we're just gonna leave 1 artillery here. This is need 5. Just 1, and then yeah, that should be enough. Actually, can I send? Right, okay. So I can send over here too. I just can't reach Ijebu. Okay. Off! Are you kidding me? You had to get the native uprising as my army crosses there. You're kidding me, bro. What is this, 10? Worth 4. Okay, so this 4 is actually a much higher level. Wow, the 1k was actually enough for that. They got a core here. That sucks. Okay. I think I can push my luck here and then basically take this stuff from France and release Benin here while we full annex Congo. Okay, they've re-recruited a bunch of troops. Never mind, we might not be able to push our luck, actually. Can I take this at least? Minus 60? Okay, we can at least full annex Congo. We probably can't take... we probably can't take Benin just yet. Well, there's their fleet that was transporting. Their troops are probably just fully gone now to attrition, no? They should be 0. Because they've been traveling. This transport has been traveling for so long. I don't think there are any troops left. Okay, we don't have any loans, so I think we can start constructing buildings again. Let's actually... Okay, we don't have any more places for the courthouses. And then in terms of development, I think we can exploit here again. Yep, we can. We're fine on manpower still, so I'm gonna exploit tax here. In terms of mill access... Okay, so France still has not gotten access, so even if they've re-recruited troops, they still can't cross here. So that means I still have like free reign over this part of Benin. So we might actually be able to get this. Possibly. We're gonna hold on that because we're still trying to get mill tech. Okay, I can bring these troops over here now. That's the French fleet. Not only did they just attrition the troops inside the transports, I think the ships also just decreased. I'm pretty sure there were 9 transports here last time. Yeah, they have like no troops in those ships anymore. So that's fine with me. Oh, never mind. They were able to... Bruh, I lied. They still had troops there. How the I don't know how the hell they did that, but okay. I mean, we're just gonna wipe those troops out again. Mill access. Yep, still no mill access here, so they're still gonna have to travel by boat. So if they keep transporting troops here through the ships a piecemeal, then I think we're fine. We're gonna be fine. Nice, another stack wipe. France is at 6.2 war exhaustion because I stack wiped so many of their troops. I guess you can get both of these. But over here on this war, Mara and the Timurids still. War exhaustion for Argyrans at -10. The Mamluk still has not enough war exhaustion, really? Do they just have like a way to reduce that right now? Oh, from Innovative, I think. Yeah, they're probably not eating that much war exhaustion. Look. Okay, we have this. Have any manufacturing? Swollen Dam. That's wool. That's not worth it. Cape. Have any manufacturing? That Cape is livestock. Okay, we do have access to farm estates. We just don't have the money for it. Trade company size 5 for Calabar. I would have to take Benin and then the Gold Coast and the Cape Coast for that. That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I think we'll take the Cape here. Just save money for a manufactory over here. Still no access. Okay, we've got Benin. We got Benin, that gives us more war score to work with. Now we just wait for France to continue making questionable decisions. Okay. We're also caught up to mill tech now. I'll keep this on mill focus because we're still working on mercenary ideas. But our combat width has increased to 29. So those regiments that I recruited earlier, I can add to that. And then it looks like with level 4 forts, you need... Oh, but they have defensive ideas. 6 artillery bonus. I could recruit one more artillery, I guess, depending on my force limit after I disband the mercenary company. I should not have built that, actually, never mind. God damn it. Rosby particular lists. Aqua Lamway Lindy. 6, 7. We're still fine on access. This is stated. Yeah, this is stated. Okay, so our economy is just... now that we actually have no colonies, or we only have like 2 colonies left for our colony limit, and we're getting most of our gold income back, I can actually afford to be over force limit. So it might actually not be that bad to fight these guys now. I can just build more troops than I normally would be able to. Yeah, we'll take this. It also gives us our okay, our ambition is finally active because we're now at 21 ideas. Okay. France is definitely not gonna give this stuff to me on their own, so we kind of need Congo to like give this land to us in the feast deal. Okay, there's Ife. We're gonna rat France basically and just steal the land that they took here. Okay, we can... No, I'm gonna wait. We're 2 years ahead anyway, so we can wait until we can get that admin tech. Okay, I have control of that now. I can walk my armies back. And then we can we can cancel access with Jollof once my armies are back home. But we can peace out with this. Basically, we'll just hold this and we'll just peace out once I have all of this. Okay, we can cancel access now. Oh, I guess I can keep access for now still. Yeah, we can just keep access until the war's over. But the plan here is we force Congo to give us the French land here. We're gonna release Benin. I'm gonna give them Calabar as well. Then we're gonna use Benin as our way to expand here in North Africa. And then we can focus our efforts back over here in the east right after. No, they got Cav over there? Okay. Okay. Nice. So Congo is unconditionally surrendering, which means we can rat France out of their land. Let's go! Unfortunately, I can't get this one because I would need to have transported troops over to siege that. So France gets to keep their islands, but thank you, Congo, for giving me the French land. Fuck off, France. There we go. Okay. So this is ours now. Not technically not, but it's kind of ours. We're not gonna core this, because instead what I'm gonna do is we're gonna release Benin. There you go, as a subject. And then Benin, I'm going to give you Ife. And I'm also gonna give you Calabar, because I don't actually need that myself. Then we can bring the light ships back home. And then we can cancel access with Jollof. But nice, now Kalundwe has all of this. I could take it a step further and like give this stuff to Kalundwe, but I already stated it, so kind of pointless. We'll just get this land back when we annex them. But nice, so Benin's back on the map. Defensive trade, offensive espionage. Okay, interesting set of ideas there, buddy. I guess we can just connect this land once someone else takes this. I'm expecting Jollof might just colonize this themselves. And that's gonna seal off this border. But the nice thing here is we have basically prevented the... Yeah, we basically prevented other nations from getting trade power propagation in the Cape now, so it is actually viable for me to put our home node here now. If I had the Diplo power to do so, that is. Since we have a lot of excess admin, I'm gonna pay for inflation here real quick. Yep, look at that. We're making so much money. I love it. This is so different from the from the Matyas run where I had no money. Nice. So we cleaned up the borders pretty nicely here. Unfortunately, I screwed up on this one. I think I should have just kept my my colonist on, or my colonial policy to native coexistence so that we could, this one didn't have to die. And the borders would actually be cleaner. But oh well. I'll take these money bug. No, the money bug is not in this game. That's in Victoria 3. There's no money bug here. This is just I have a lot of money because I have a lot of gold mines. So we're earning 40 ducats a month from gold right now. So I'm just rich. There's no bug here or abuse here. This is just I'm just straight up rich. We are an empire built on gold. I can disband these mercenaries now, I think. That should get me out of okay, so we're not over force limit now. Which means even more money, so we're earning 64. So we're not paying for being over force limit now. And let's see, the Mamluks. It doesn't seem like... Oh no, the Timurids pieced out. No, the Timurids pieced out. Why? Why have you done this? Dog. So that means yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do the thing here. Okay. So we're gonna attack Medri Bari next, and we're gonna call in Ajuran to help deal with the Ethiopians. And then we're gonna try and get this coast over here. And then after that, we'll declare Medri Bari again, but this time we're gonna call in the Mamluks. And buy some country. I could do that in the future. Once the colonies are done, because we're still paying like 14 ducats for colonial maintenance. So once those colonies are done, we're gonna earn 78 ducats a month, which I can increase further by just continuing to build our infrastructure, because we still have a lot of buildings I haven't built yet. And then at some point later on in the game, I might try and we can buy provinces, charter company provinces from these nations over here in Indonesia. And I don't know if Vidge is gonna let me do that, but we can buy land over here. And then that way we can land troops over, and then we can attack them from that. But, yeah. Now we just set up for this. I'm gonna set up the spy network over in Medri Bari, and then let's have the other diplomats on our subjects real quick. And then once my troops are in position, we can attack Medri Bari. I also have to build to my combat width of 29. So that's 2 additional infantry. No, my level 3 advisor died. Okay. We can get the missionary strength here so that he can convert these provinces faster. Benin is fetishist, right? Okay, thank God. I thought Benin was freaking I thought they were Catholic or something. Okay, good thing they're still fetishists. Actually, speaking of, Provinces of interest. We don't really have any more provinces of interest here. We can try and set up provinces of interest here and see if Benin might try and get claims so that we can continue to expand from this side. Is this a border? I'm not sure if this borders, if this counts as a border with them. But we'll set up some provinces of interest so that Benin might try and make claims. And that way we have a way to expand there. Nice. Free manpower. We're not going to build in whole Hawaii because it's worthless. And I can start building... Actually, I'll start building over here in these provinces first because these are the ones that have monopolies. So the production efficiency actually applies to the monopolies. It's going to give us more money whenever we renew. Lithuania has internal conflicts, okay. I guess I can build... Nah. I think we'll just leave it at that. And then once the colonies are done, I'm just gonna disband the extra infantry again, and then we can just hire another set of mercenaries to increase our force limit. Okay. Then we still have the cows. The livestock. And okay, we can take this tech now. Soldiers' households. Kalonga. Okay. I'm gonna seize land while we have 50. Yep. And that gets us to our threshold. Yeah, I have a lot of rebels to deal with actually. Man, I love being able to build stuff, finally. It's been so long. We could just constantly build stuff. Thank God. And building stuff also increases our development as well for free. Maafali, can we just delegate ruler? Yeah. Ah, crap. Okay, where's the building that I just built? I think I have to cancel. Thank God France did some questionable decisions there. It solved part of my problems. I think we take... yeah, I'm gonna have to take mill tech again before we take another mill idea. Just so we're still on time. Okay, but with the troops ready over here... did I cancel access to Jollof? Oh, I haven't. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cancel that now. We don't need it. Thank you. And then here... is there a subject I can release from here? Oh, they're Coptic too. I'm gonna have to hold on to the land myself until we convert the provinces, and then I can release a subject over here. Mara was able to fight back? Are you serious? What the? How did they get the land back? What? How is that possible, dude? How the fuck did you do that? Well, anyway. So, we can do this. Declare on Ajuran. Or not Ajuran, we'll declare on Medribari. We'll call in Ajuran. They are still at war with Mara though, but I don't care about that. They're still willing to join anyway, so... we'll do that once the diplomat is back. Let's not attrition in our own land for now. Okay, Lala's done. I can disband this now, actually. And that means we have 5 more force limit. I can hire another merc company here. Although I can wait first. I'll wait for when I have enough money. I can hire another merc company. And I should also probably wait until I have proper mill tech, because the merc companies actually scale with the technology of where the merc companies come from. Okay, I think we're ready. I'm gonna take a save now though. And let's do this. Declare for Medribari. We'll call in Ajuran, and we're gonna go for Pate here. Mombasa's not gonna give me mill access, I think. Oh wait, no, they will. What the? Oh, I mean, if you're gonna give me access, then I'm just gonna walk through you. The hell? Well, I'll stay there. We're gonna put one there. And then actually, hold on. Do I need to exploit any dev here? No. Okay. We're fine on dev. We don't have to exploit at all. Now, the hope here is that Ajuran decides to siege stuff from Ethiopia first, rather than sieging Medribari's stuff, while I focus on sieging Medribari's stuff myself. And let's ask Mombasa for access. We're siege down Pate and then work our way up. This also serves the purpose of like weakening Ajuran as well. That's so funny. I didn't realize like I get to keep the New World missions and New World Charter even though I don't have a colonist anymore. So I can still do this decision and get free explorers still. I might as well. It's a free explorer. Although I don't think I have any more... Yeah, we don't have any more explorer options because I don't have an extension of colonial range anywhere. So let's work our way up. And okay, nice. Adrian won that. Now the hope is that I'm able to siege all of the coastline here myself. And that way we don't have to give anything to Ajuran. Okay, this is stated. Oh, we have some more governing cost. Or more provinces that don't have the courthouses, so I should do that first. And for the other diplomats... For the other diplomat, I think I'm just gonna... put it on subjects first. Actually, I've learned my lesson. I should maybe stay here still. Do they have defensive ideas? Does all of the AI have defensive ideas? Oh my god, they all do. This guy has defensive ideas too, bro. Okay, they didn't attrition, so I think we're fine. Ajuran is running away from Ethiopia. I was hoping you would help me fight them, but this seems to be a problem. But I think we can stop here for now. We made some good progress. We made some unexpected progress over here in the north. Because France decided to try and cuck me from Congo. But joke's on them, I was able to get Congo to give me French Benin. So we now have a foothold in Northern Africa that we can expand off of. And since there are no other Europeans here, apart from, I guess, the islands from Spain, but it doesn't look like they're going to complete any of the stuff here. Now that we have a foothold here, we actually have a way to expand into North Africa now. Which is going to help us a lot once we convert to Victoria 3. So now we're going to work our way over here in the Horn of Africa and try to deal with the Hugbox that they put on Ethiopia here. So this is kind of going to... we're basically going to try and like get this stuff from everyone else. Because they're like, both of them are like fighting for this stuff. So we're going to work on getting our claims here. And then once that's done, we'll see what we can do to try and get a foothold in southern India and in this region. This is Sumatra, right? And then this is Java, or is it the other way around? I don't remember. I don't remember if it was which one was okay, no, this is Java and this is Sumatra, right? Okay. So we're gonna try and see if we can find a way to Sumatra in the future, but yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Yeah, I managed to screw France over, thankfully. We'll continue this next Thursday. As for the next stream on Saturday, we'll be going back to Endless Legend 2 to continue our playthrough over there, in our early access playthrough, and see if we can eliminate the rest of the factions. We've already eliminated one faction, so we're on our way to getting that supremacy victory. Anyway, thanks to Steel and Linguini for dropping by. For everyone else, wherever, whenever you're watching from, whether it's live or the VOD, whether it's on YouTube or on Twitch, have a good day, good night, take care, and I'll see you on Saturday for some Endless Legend 2. Bye-bye.